Hello everyone, it's Mindy. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. You choose. I say it's Tuesday. Anyhow, I'm going to get started on this little cutie right here because I just got this from GBFKE and I think it's adorable. And I don't have very many Halloween things when I go to shows and stuff. I got a few, but not very many. So I like, perfect timing. So we're going to start with something extremely exciting here. I'm going to start with black. We're going to start with black, which says number 10 on the bag. Well, it is not 10. The 10s are a special drill. I think they meant 1. I'm pretty sure they meant 1. Okay, so anyhow, let's get to it. Let's get started while we chit-chat away. I have a kid out in the living room who's supposed to be quiet, sitting, watching a movie, not running around, not jumping around, not making a bunch of noise. Okay, this is not going to work. Not going to work. Okay. I've used this glue dot a little bit. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to flip her upside down and hopefully the other end of it is a little cleaner and stickier. You know what I mean? To do that, do you flip them? I flip them. I'm a flipper. I do all kinds of weird things. What can I say? I also have some extra ones here, which I tore off a little strip to bring in here. So I don't have to keep going out to the kitchen every time I need a new glue dot. Okay, that's better. Okay. Oh, except now it doesn't want to come off it. I guess it's too sticky. Okay, come on. We're off to a really bad start here. Seriously? Come on. This is ridiculous. Seriously ridiculous. What in the world? Okay, come on. Come on. Get a little less sticky now. Okay? You weren't sticky enough before, and now you're too sticky. What in the world? Okay. I think we got the right amount of stickiness here, but now I feel like it's not going to go very far, but we'll see. We shall see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we just had lunch. It is back to school time. His mother had to go to professional development today, and his other mother had to go into the office today. She couldn't work from home. So they were like, yeah, we really just need somebody to watch him today. Shannon can work from home some days, and she did yesterday because Devin also had to go in to school yesterday, but Shannon was able to work from home, so that worked. But not 2 days in a row. Apparently it didn't work 2 days in a row. So anyhow, I guess that's what I'm here for, right? And you know how I am about my Tuesdays. My Tuesdays are kind of like my sacred day. They're my day when most Tuesdays Dale goes somewhere. My goodness, these just won't come off now. What in the world? How frustrating. And it's not necessarily because of the glue dot. Sometimes it's because of the glue on the piece. Like there's not much glue. I just finished something last night that literally had a couple spots that had no glue at all. So I went out and I got some glue and I put glue on my canvas. It was a canvas I was doing. And I just made it work. That's what I did, made it work. But yeah, sometimes there's not much glue, so the glue's not sticky enough to keep the drill from the pen. Anyhow. So yeah, I mean, he's really not, a whole lot of trouble or anything, except just now. Okay, just now. I will just say, he irritated me just now. I'll tell you why. First thing he wanted to do this morning, he asked if he could color, which coloring to him means he wants to just draw. He wants paper and he just wants to draw. So I got him some paper, some colored pencils, and he was quiet and doing that for quite a while. And I was like, okay. And then I was sitting at the table working on something. I don't know what. But he asked me about a gingerbread man. He said, remember you were going to make a gingerbread man? And I said, I'm thinking, I did? I said I was going to make a gingerbread man? I don't remember. But he said, yeah, the one with the big head. And then I remembered, oh, yeah. I was looking at patterns one day and he was seeing the patterns I was looking at. Saw this great big, it's a little tiny thing. It's literally like this big, like 3 inches maybe tall. But he had a huge head. He really does, has a huge head. So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. Okay, well, I said, I don't know. Let me look at the pattern again. Let me see, how much work I think it is, how long it would take or whatnot. So he was sitting there and he was doing his drawing, and I started this little gingerbread man. It really was pretty darn quick. So I finished it up real quick. I mean, it probably took me maybe 20 minutes. It was just a little tiny thing. So I got done with it and I gave it to him and he's thrilled to death. Okay. However, just now, before I came in here to record, I went out there to tell him, okay, I need you to just be quiet, just sit and watch your movie you're watching. No running around, no jumping around. I have to record a video. Okay. And I go out there. The little gingerbread man has just a strand of yarn tied around its neck in a bow. That's all it's got, is just a strand of yarn tied around its neck. Well, I go out there, and that little turd has got the yarn off the thing's neck, and he's got it wrapped around the middle of it. It's got a really small little body, and it's just got some bobbles for arms, and then another row or two later, it's got bobbles for legs, and that's it. Well, he's taken the yarn off its neck and got it tied around his lower body tight, squishing it. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, that is not what you're supposed to do with it. You're backing it now. He goes, but it's his tail. I'm like, he doesn't have a tail. Gingerbread men don't have tails. Leave it alone. I'm like, if you're not, look what you've done. You squished it so tight. You got the yarn kind of, it's parfait chunky, which likes to shed. So he's got brown yarn shedding off it because now he's trying to get the string off the guy's lower body parts. And it's just, he's made a mess of it. And I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to just treat this right, I said, I can take it and just put it in my sale. No, no, no. I'm like, well, then stop messing with it. That is not what you're supposed to do with it. You know? Anyhow, like I said, annoyed me. Just annoyed me, right? Um, I gotta say, I don't know what happens to my little plushies when they leave my booth. I don't. And they probably get mucked up and torn apart and, destroyed and all that stuff, I'm sure. Give them to a kid and what's going to happen to them? You know what I mean? However, don't do it here at my house in front of my face and, start destroying it already. You know, little pooper, little pooper. That's all I got. Anyhow, after I was done making the little gingerbread man, I had wanted to start a ghost on a swing. I don't know why I've been deciding to make these little swinging animals, but I now have 3 of them. I have a chick. I'm so frustrated with this. Come off. Goodness. I have a chick. I have a frog on a swing, and now I have a ghost on a swing. The ghost is really cute. It's really, really cute. And it was pretty simple to make. Didn't take too long. And I got 3 little swinging little buddies on little swings. They're cute. What do I make next? I don't know. I have the white yarn out still. I think I want to make, one of the ducks in the hats. Either a small one, I could make a small one, or I could make the bigger one and make it in white instead of yellow, like I did a couple already. I think I want to make a white one. And then give it, I found a pattern for a pretty like flower hat that I think will fit on the ducks, the chicks, the whatever they are. Ducks, I think they're ducks. Oh my goodness. I think it would be cute with just like a pretty like purple flower hat on a white duck. So I think that's what I want to make next. And then after that, I don't know where I'm headed after that. I don't know. There's so many things to make, so many things I want to make, so many patterns out there in the world. I swear I spent an hour yesterday in my my Google downloads looking through patterns. I'd started organizing them at one point in the little folders, but then it became hard to find all my little folders. Something happened, and I don't know what. Something changed in my Google documents or whatnot, my downloads, and I was not able to find all my folders. So I don't know. But I sat for an hour at least. I was looking for a project to do. I didn't know what I was looking for. I just knew I wanted something that could use up an advent and a full skein that I had out and I was ready to work on. And I didn't like the pattern that I'd started with. Pattern that I'd started with came with it. Do you guys ever have this trouble? Like, why are they sticking on the pen so hard? The glue seems okay. Like it should be sticky enough to pull the drill off, but they're just sticking on my pen. I don't get it. I don't get it. Get off there. And why? Why? No. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to touch it very lightly. Just very lightly. Okay, I got it. But yeah, I was just looking. Looking through the patterns. I deleted some stuff that I was like, well, I am never going to do that. I found just some blank documents in there. I don't know why I had blank documents, but I got rid of those. But I sat and looked through patterns for an hour or more. Just like, they're not any more organized. I'm still frustrated that I can't find things. I want to have like, you know, a sweater folder. And I did. And I just don't know what happened. I don't know. Start from scratch. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's hard to find things when you're looking for something. And you know you have it. And, and that's the same thing. Pinterest is a little more organized because I do have folders in Pinterest, or boards as we would call them in Pinterest. So I can find things in Pinterest much easier. And then I have a whole bunch of patterns that are just in my YouTube to watch later tab. There's going to be a lot in there too. So I decided I need to just slow down on just downloading patterns. I mean, yeah, it's fun to find free patterns and just download them, but I need to really seriously be like, am I really going to make this? Like anytime soon, am I going to make this? If not, then don't download it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just blow a gasket here very, very soon. That drill went flying, and I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care. Okay. I had been my friend Joe asked me a question on one of my videos why I wasn't using my little vacuum pen. And I have been, but it hadn't been working all that great, like on this kind of drill, just regular drills like this. But I did use it last night finishing up the painting I was working on. I was using it. So I don't know. It's right here. I don't know how charged it is. Hasn't been plugged in a little while. I might get it out here in a minute and try it and see if it works on these black drills. But I'm just going to try to keep going. I'm just fighting the sticky, the non-sticky, the too sticky, the I don't know what we got going on here. Anyhow, yeah, so back to I don't know what I want to start next because there's so many options, so many choices, so many things I want to get done. And I have that little farmers market-y swap thing this Saturday. I don't have a clue what that's going to be like. There's not very many people there. I know that because the coordinator has been posting pictures of like the flyer, and it has like all of our names on it, all of us who are going to be there, which I think is kind of cool. So I know there's not very many people, but it's okay. It's okay. That doesn't mean people won't show up. You know what I mean? It is right on a main corner in Charlotte. It is literally at one of the biggest intersections. It's right by Walmart, Tractor Supply, Family Farm and Home. I mean, it's right there. So traffic comes through there. They'll see the tents. You know, they can just stop just based on just visibility. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I do have a nice assortment of things. Nice little pile of stuff in the bedroom to take to the show. Stuff that's not in my current boxes downstairs. So we'll see how it goes. I did get out to the store and I did swap out stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned that anywhere, but I swapped out some stuff. I just took some things just to see if anybody was interested, like yarn I didn't want, some books, some diamond painting kits, and I took my plushies. That's what I took. I took my plushies. And, you know, did I feel bad about it? Sort of, but not really. I mean, they've been sitting there for how long? And they haven't sold. And I had a whole, like, clearance bin of Halloween stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm bringing the Halloween stuff back home. And I had it marked down because it was on sale, you know. And I'm going to mark them back up. I'm just going to mark them back up to what I would normally sell them for. Take them to this little farm swap. And if nothing else, in 3 weeks is the Leslie show, the Leslie Fall Festival, which I know is huge. It's huge. So I'll be more prepared for that one. I'll have more stuff. I'll just have more stuff, right? And hopefully it will sell. We shall see. You never know. Sometimes there are pleasant surprises. Sometimes you're just like, well, that didn't go well. You know, it's all a crapshoot. It really is. I'm trying to get into 1 or 2 more shows that are like November-ish. Because I have 1 show at the beginning of October. And, sorry, I'm making a video go live as we speak here. It just finished uploading, and so it says it's done. Checks complete. No issues found. Save it. And then we'll go make it public. Unlisted. Public. Publish. There we go. There's my video for today. All right. Yeah, so you never know. Like I said, I'm trying to get into like a November show or 2 maybe. There's a couple I have messaged people, tried to figure out how to contact people. I just got a response from, well, 1 sort of. I've been chasing this one down. It's in the little town of Diamonddale, which is where I went to elementary school. And it's literally like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from us, just down the road. And they do a holiday, like multiple location kind of events. There's the gun club. Somebody else puts that show on, but it's at the same time, and that one's expensive. I looked that one up, and that one's pretty costly. It's like over $100 for a spot, and I'm not in that type of situation to be spending $100 on a show. So I didn't want to do that. But last year they had, I found out today, the church doesn't organize. They've opened up the church. It's organized, and I just found this out, by the Diamondale Farmers Market. So it was a long road to get there. I started with the church. The church said, no, it's put on through Diamondale. Here's their number. I called Diamondale, like the village of Diamondale or whatnot. The guy's like, oh, yeah, that's put on by the farmers market of Diamondale. I'll give you her email. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, okay. Facebook, I've been just looking on Facebook for shows, and it's a fail. Nothing's coming up, nothing in my area. Unless I want to travel an hour or more to get to some of these shows, which I don't want to do that. But I know there's things that are local. I'm just not finding them. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm trying just to get like maybe 2 more shows. And if they were in November or late October, that would be awesome. That would be the best, but we'll see. So that's been my day. How's your day been? How's your day been? Oh, goodness. Let's see, what else? Sorry, thirsty. Batty thirsty. It was a crazy week. Kind of. Lots of things going on. I went to the yarn festival with Angie, got home, and Dale was on my way home. I called Dale, and he was like, oh, good, you're on your way home. Good, because his daughter and the kids are coming over to celebrate their birthday. So I'm like, oh, that's not what I had thought. He had said we were going to get together on Sunday, but she overbooked her day on Sunday. So they're coming over on Saturday night. That's why I did not go live on Saturday. It really had nothing to do with the Yarn Festival because I was home from the Yarn Festival in plenty of time. But here was his daughter and the grandkids coming over, and I was like, okay, all right. And, he cooked stuff for Mexican, for tacos, a cake, the whole 9 yards, so yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. But we got to celebrate, and they start school. I don't know when they start school. Jackson starts school tomorrow. I don't know when they start school out in Eaton Rapids, but it's got to be soon. If it's not this week, it's going to be like probably early next week. So school is upon us. It's here. So we did that, and then Sunday was the gym day, and we did something else on Sunday too. I don't remember now. I don't know. My days just start to run into each other, one after the other. I don't know. I lose track. I know there was more going on than that. Did I have a hair appointment last week? I think I did. I had dentist stuff going on, teeth stuff going on. Oh, my teeth are finally feeling pretty good. Hallelujah. My teeth are feeling okay right now. Okay? You're stuck on me. You're stuck on my pen. Get off of my pen. So, yesterday was a follow-up appointment with my surgeon, and she was just like, I told her how it still hurts, how it's still tight. I can't do things behind my back, certain movements I can't do, and just how tight it feels in the one area. And she's like, yep, it is. She says, so that is probably your pec. That is going to be your pec muscle. And I'm like, okay, what do I do for it? Lots of stretching. And if you have like a hard ball, which I do, just get it right in there. The pec doesn't want to give it up. The pec muscle is one of the hardest ones to just be like, okay, let's relax. It likes to just hold on. And I'm like, you're telling me. So I have that little hard ball that rolls around. She's like, just get right in there. If you can, lay on it. Get right in there and just put as much pressure right there as you can with it. And, you're going to have to just not worry about thinking you're stretching it too far or it's too hard. Just do it. It's got to do that. Okay. All right. Yep. Lay on a ball. Like I have an exercise ball. I might bring my exercise ball up and just start laying on my exercise ball and letting my arm hang off the side so that it has to go past my body. You know what I mean? And hang down. Then the last thing she suggested was massage. Have you ever had a massage? I'm like, I've never, ever had a massage in my life. And she's like, really? I'm like, really? Never had one. She goes, okay, well, I am going to suggest you go get a massage for your shoulder there, for your arm. I'm like, okay. You have any recommendations where to go? Because I have no idea. Her recommendation didn't work because they don't do it any longer. So then I called out to my physical therapy and asked out there, and they hooked me up with somebody. I'm like, okay. So tomorrow, I'm going to have somebody torture me by getting right in there, in my pec, in my armpit, in my everything over there, and try to get things to loosen up there. My doctor, my surgeon said it might take a couple of times, even 2 or 3 times maybe. But if you keep going, it's going to get loose. It's going to start being, okay, you don't want me this tight. Okay. And one day you'll just be like, oh. And I'm like, oh, God, I hope so. I am so looking forward to the day when I just go, ah, that is so good, you know? So we'll see how that goes. I am anticipating it to not feel good. I'm anticipating it to hurt. But it's going to be a hurt that hopefully I'm like, okay, I know this is doing me some good. And all in the name of getting this thing back to just being normal, you know? Well, then my doctor said, well, and I'm done with you. I release you into the world. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you don't need to see me at all anymore. And she goes, nope, you're done. I'm like, unless something happens, and you feel like, something, you need something, no. She said, you've done a good job and you're on your own now, completely on your own. I don't need to see you anymore. And I was like, okay, all right. Well, hopefully this massage does some good, hopefully. And again, my surgeon just said, your shoulder and your cuff and everything in there was very angry. It was all very angry. It was very, what's the word she used? Frayed, battered up in there, and we had to do a lot. She said, we got in there and we did a lot of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And she said, and sometimes that stuff, based on how much we did, fraying, that's the word she used. Is that what I just said? Fraying, it's frayed. It just takes time, and sometimes it takes a lot of time. So just keep working with it. Get the massage, do some stretching, get after it, just get after it. I'm like, okay, I will get after it. Wish me luck tomorrow at the massage. Now, I have had somebody at physical therapy kind of get in my armpit a couple times and just really get in there and, get after stuff there. Yeah, it hurt. It sure did. But did it feel better afterwards? It did. So, you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that this will help. Alrighty. What else do I have to talk to you about? I don't know. What else? Oh, I know what I wanted to mention to you because it is, well, it's not public knowledge yet. It's not public knowledge yet, but I'll throw it out here. The planning for Mingle in the Mitten 2027 is, it's happening. It's happening. We know what we're doing. We have a spot picked out. I have a reservation. We have some plans. Karen is working on the registration form. And of course, we do put that into the Facebook group first before we open it up to the public. So I have no idea how many people are going to sign up. We're not quite to sign up yet, but really soon, hopefully within the next week or so. The people that are in the group that have attended before are going to see it and be able to register. And then, maybe a week later or so, I can throw the registration out there for like the general public, anybody that might be interested. We will, of course, have a wait list if people don't get in right away. And please, if you are interested, sign up. And if you don't get in right away, just hold tight because it's a long time until the retreat and many things happen. And a lot of people over the years have had to drop out for various reasons, and we replace people, and people get into a retreat all the time that are sitting on a wait list. So don't hesitate if you are interested. It is the only, I believe, the only one I know of. Well, not the only one. It's the only retreat of a fairly good size. I mean, I go to a retreat that's hosted by Karen, the other Karen, but they have like 20 some people, 22, 23, something like that. This retreat, Mingle in the Mitten, we're talking in the 40s. I think at this point, we're kind of planning on 44. That's what we planned on last year. We didn't end up with 44, but that's what we'd started out as our number. So I don't know of any other retreats in Michigan, and people, I see them out there all the time asking about things that are this way, Michigan way, because there's a lot of retreats in Texas, and a lot of people just, Texas isn't in the cards for them. They don't want to go to Texas. It's too far. It's whatever. And they would rather come this direction towards Michigan. So I'm happy and proud to be, like, as far as I know, the only retreat in Michigan of any like larger size. Other than Karen's, like I said, the Karen's is a little bit smaller, but oh my goodness. Apparently it's just those three symbols right there that don't want to accept a drill at this point. Like, you don't? Okay. And then you didn't? All right. I'm barely touching these drills, just like barely touching them. Okay, there we go. Whew, got it. So just a heads up to keep your ears and your eyes open and look for any notifications or any mention of retreat and registration. I would ideally like to have everybody kind of signed up and registered by the end of September. Kind of thinking August is going to be just kind of finishing up the registration form. Thank you. And getting it out there to the alumni people. And then in September, open it up to everybody else. Okay? That's that. Okay? We're going to have a good time. It's going to be amazing. The retreat, I can tell you this, the retreat is in June. Okay, it's in June. If you're kind of thinking ahead, wondering if you can even go, I'll tell you the date right now. It's the 9th through the 13th of June. So if you're kind of considering it, those are the dates. Check your calendar, see if it'll work for you, and then keep your nose to the grindstone and pay attention, because information will be coming within just a matter of a few weeks or so. Okay? All right. Anything else? Anything else? I think I'm going to run to Hobby Lobby, which is right over by where I dropped Jackson off. I think I'm going to have to drop him off. I don't think Devin's going to be here to get him in time. I think I'm dropping him off, but Hobby Lobby and Michael's is over that way. And I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a few weeks now. You know me. I am still on the search always for the cows. And I know there's a Christmas cow. I've seen it. The people out there that are smashing the specials. I know I've seen it out there in smashing the special land. And I want one. And you know, I didn't get, which one didn't I get? I know I missed one for sure. Can't remember which one it was. I just finished up the 4th of July cow. I got that one done. What else did I miss out on? I know there was one I missed out on for sure. But I want the Christmas one. So I'm going to go look. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I've been to Hobby Lobby. And they didn't really have any of the like special off canvas things. They had 2. I bought one, the little cupcakes in the stand situation. I bought those. And they had like a wreath. And that was all I saw. So the special things were not there yet. So it's been a couple weeks. Maybe they're there now. I think I should go check. What do you think? I think I should go check. Yeah. Tonight is book club. We're finishing up our current book tonight, which was called Under the Sycamore Tree. Very good book. Just wow. That's all I'm going to say at this point. It was wow. Just unexpected, but not unexpected, but wow. Okay. If you're interested, we are starting tonight Onyx Storm. We have read the first 2 books in the series, and tonight we're going to start Onyx Storm. So, if you are a reader, if you have not read Onyx Storm yet, you've read the other ones, and you want to join us on Tuesday nights, we get together, Brandy and I do, and we discuss books. So we decided now was the time. I put some books into a picker wheel. We had several on a list. A lot of them were series that we have already started, and people wanted to go ahead and read the next book in the series. So I put them all in a picker wheel, and this is what we got for the next little while is Onyx Storm. And it's a thick one. I don't even have it out yet. I do have it. I haven't pulled it out of the bottom of the pile. So in my office, right over here in front of my face, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of books on the floor that have not been read. Those are the books I'm trying to focus on. Onyx Storm is in that pile. Onyx Storm is at the bottom of the pile, in the 3rd stack to the back. How am I going to get that out of there? I don't know how I'm going to get that out of there. I think I can slide the whole stack out. It's sitting in front of the closet door. One of the closet doors you can't open because it's got a stack of books kind of in front of it. I know, those are the ones I'm trying to read, folks. Every time I reach for a new book to read, I'm grabbing from the pile over there on the floor. I got to read those. I got to get them done. And I haven't like bought any new books in a while. There's some in the stack that I haven't shown anybody, like I haven't, put them in a video or anything. But it was a book of the month. There's 3 book of the month boxes over there, and that's all. So that's like 1 book a month. That's 1 book a month. I think they're 1 bookers. I don't think I got doubles in any of them. I don't think so. But that's all I bought in quite a while, and I'm trying to read. I am currently ahead of my goal. Well, I don't know if I'm ahead of my goal. I kind of plan on 3 books a month because I'm always like, I have one on Kindle that I can listen to. Alexa used to read it for me, but she doesn't anymore. She doesn't like to do that anymore. But I can have my phone read it to me, which is okay. So as I travel around in the car and stuff like that, I just put a book on my phone and listen to that. And I have 2 physical books that I'm reading. One is just for me, and the other one is always for our book club. So I always have like 3 going at once. So I figure 3 is my basic, projected amount of reading per month. So at this point, 8 times 3 is 24. But I am ahead. I am at 25 or 26 right now. So yeah, I think I upped my reading goal this year to, I don't even know, I'd have to go look. I want to say 40, but I don't think I went that high. I don't know. But point is, I've been reading some books. Okay? I've been reading some books. And I honestly think since I've started like listening to the ones in the car as I drive around, like I had an hour and a half ride to the Fiber Festival the other day. On the way there, I could listen to a book because I knew where I was, basically. I knew where I was going. And so I just listened to a book. On the way back, I did not, because on the way back, I took the back roads and it was turn, 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 turn left, turn right, go 2 miles, turn right. It was the craziest. I think the longest segment I had without a turn was 13 miles without turning somewhere. So I just needed to be like focused on my GPS and all that. So I didn't miss a turn and I found my way home because I didn't know where I was. I was out in the boonies. I was literally in these little towns I had never heard of. And I was like, well, okay. But I needed to focus. But on the way there, I got some good reading done, I might get nothing done on this WIP and chat today except black. I'm getting close to being finished with the black. I'm on the witch's hat. We're on the witch's hat. On the witch's hat. Well, folks, let's see. Is there anything else? I didn't talk about Smashing the Specials a whole lot. Brandy and I did get together on her live last night and picked a winner. And our winner, I'll tell you who our winner was. I have it right here. Our winner for week 2 is Laura Nisbet. So Laura, if you listen to my WIP and chats, you won. Please contact me so that you can get your prize. I will put it in the Facebook group as well. And we are ahead of last year's numbers for projects completed. We are ahead. We have got more interest in Smashing the Specials than we did last year. So the event is growing. If I was to have like a real stagnant event that nobody participated in or really saw a drop in participation, I would rethink, hosting said event. But not this one. People love it. They love the opportunity to get all their little special drill things out and work on them. I love it, even though I'm way behind. I think I just counted earlier today. I've only done 10 or 11. Can't remember if it was 10 or 11. Depends on if I counted the cow or not. He was sitting there, but I kind of feel like I didn't count him. I feel like I kind of missed him. So then that would be 11. That's not very many. That's not very many for me. But, you know, my life is different these days. That's all I got. My life is just different than it has been for the last few years. I don't know. I feel like I'm just more busy with things and time flies, you know? I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do. But the things I've gotten done are really nice. So, and some of them were bigger, larger, took more work, more time. So it is what it is. You know, I got half a month to go here yet, almost half a month. And this one's going fairly quickly. It can probably get finished up today. That would be cool. One a day was kind of the goal, but you know, what are goals for anyhow? Goals are there to just kind of motivate us and keep us going. And if we don't make them, if we don't meet them, well, you know, is it the end of the world? No. Did we get further than we would have if we didn't try? Absolutely. So I'm cruising. I'm cruising. I'm trying to get this one done. I have a couple other cute little Halloween things I'd like to do. And then who knows? Again, sometimes just deciding what I want to do is the struggle and takes up a lot of my time. It does. It takes up a lot of my time just trying to decide what to work on next, be it a diamond painting or crochet, you know, time consuming making those decisions. Wish there was an easier way, but there just isn't an easier way. Um, Let me take this moment to mention the Chuck Along next month. Yep, I get to kit up one. I get to kit up a Chuck. I did not at the beginning of the year because, you know, the arm situation, the shoulder, all that. There was no way. But I am excited. I am excited to get one started, get it kit up, get going. I also, I'm going to have to do a video for that so that everybody knows all the details, all the info. It hasn't changed in, you know, many, many years. We've been doing it the same way. I do have prizes that I have left over that Chuck arranged to have sent to me. So I have some left over from the last event. So I have those to give away. And of course, I need to contact Diamond Art Club, see about getting some gift cards because they're usually very generous with that and sponsor the Chuck Along. I guess that's it on that one. So, anything else? I had one more thought in my head that I was going to say after I was done talking about the Chuck Along. Do I remember it now? Of course not. Of course I don't. It has gone right out of my brain. Well, anyhow, that's that. See, if I just talk a few more minutes here, the black will be done. You know, that's what I did. Was it my last WIP and chat where I was finishing up? Was I finishing up the Alan Gianna, the cottage? I think I was so close to finishing it. I was just like, if I only talk a few more minutes, or maybe that was on a live. I think I finished it on a live, and I just kept the live going until I was done because you know, once I stop recording and I put the pen down, sometimes it's hard to get back to it. It's like something comes up and I get up and I gotta go. And, you know, like I said, there's a kid in the living room. I haven't heard a peep out of him. You know how that can be. That's either a really good thing, it could be a really bad thing that he's so quiet. It's probably fine. Dale's here now. He's wandering around. Last I knew he was outside, which wouldn't be a whole lot of help, but he's here. So, yeah, that's that. So have fun, you guys, whatever you're working on. It's great fun to see everything. Get ready for the chuck along. And I guess I'll see you all real soon as I finish with these 4 drills. Literally, there's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3, and there's 4, and the black are done. Oh, come on. Don't be a stubborn one. There we go. Black is done. Look at it. Can you tell? All the black is done. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little while. And keep all those events in mind and all that fun stuff coming up. And I hope you can join for some of it. And I will talk to everybody soon. Okay? Bye, everybody.